Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the makeup look I was wearing in my recreating for Nina Park lip looks video. Throughout that day and when I was editing that footage, I was like, wow, I don't know if my makeup has ever looked better. And a few of you wanted to see how I achieved that look, and selfishly, I just need to be in that makeup look again today. So let's get into it. I have a newish foundation to try. This is the reformulated Armani Luminous Silk, and I have it in the shade 5. I'm so mad at myself because I recently decluttered the original formula, but at the same time, like, I had to. It was so badly separated and curdled, so they were beyond off. I think I got them in like 2020, so they had to go. But let's see how I feel about this. I haven't seen anyone organically review this. I've only seen sponsored content on Instagram, and they all say it's the same but more glowy, so I'm like, so it's different. And I'm noticing that now. As I'm putting this on, it does feel a lot thinner and more serum-y, and it's a lot more glowy. From what I can remember, when I apply the Luminous Silk, it automatically adds this really diffused, blurred look while still having a skin-like glow. This is almost dewy territory, I would say. But let me apply it and then I'll give it a second. Maybe like that soft blur will activate as this sets down, hopefully. I'll stop touching it. I'll give it a few minutes to kind of rest and set, and I'll be right back. It's been more than a few minutes. I washed it off because it was looking funky and I thought maybe it could be my skin prep. So I used different skin prep, applied it again, and it's still looking a little funky up close, especially like around my nose and in my pores. Yeah, I don't know. It's not giving me Luminous Silk at all. It's giving me very dewy, serum-y foundation. This isn't reminiscent of what I think of and what I know of the Luminous Silk. I'm really missing that soft focus glow that the previous formula had. I feel like they really shot themselves in the foot with this formula, because I feel like if they wanted to reformulate this and add different qualities, they should have just discontinued Luminous Silk and brought forward a new foundation. Because if you love the previous formula and you go in and buy a new one and you get this, I feel like you'll see such a massive difference. I just feel like they're setting themselves up for a lot of disappointment. Personally, from what I'm seeing right now, this has been a downgrade. With that being said, I'm trying to look at this as a whole new foundation without prior knowledge of the Luminous Silk. I think if this was a complete new foundation, I would be happier with the results. Like, they're not the greatest I've ever tried, yet it's still very far from the worst. But enough of that, let's see how things layer over this foundation. I'm going in with some lip prep. This is the New Road Peptide Lip Boost. So this is more like a lip mask. It's a thicker consistency to the peptide lip tints. I wore this last night actually, and I woke up with it still on, and my lips felt really nice. So I just wanted to see what it was like if I wanted to wear it out and about, if it was sticky, if it created any like foaming or like those goopy lip lines. Because when it comes to lip balms, I actually prefer a thicker texture. I often wear like night lip masks throughout the day. I'm going to add some fake freckles, and I've been loving the NYX Lip Lingerie lip stains to do so. I have the shades Up to No Good and Barely There. And I'm applying them now, so when I layer my bronzer and my blush, it looks underneath of all those products instead of on top, if that makes sense. So I'm first taking the darker color. I really gotta lock in here. And while I'm here, I'll do my beauty marks as well. So I start with the darker one and I just add a few highly contrasted. I do like 2 or 3 little freckles at a time, and then I tap it with my finger because these dry and set right away. I've been using this as an alternative to my Freck because I think I don't know what's happening to Freck, but they've been on sale on Sephora forever and out of stock as well. So I don't know if they're just pulling out of Sephora, or I fear for the worst. I hope they're not actually going bye-bye because I love a lot of their products. For concealer, I've been loving this one. This is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Lifting Concealer in the shade 201. I don't know if I featured this in a video yet, but I've been using this every time I get ready lately. It's so strange. I love a stick concealer, but I almost always hate a stick foundation. I actually have another one of those lined up to try out tomorrow, the one from Milk Makeup. And I'm taking this Patrick Ta brush to blend this out. And to set that concealer, I'm taking my Makeup by Mario loose powder in the shade Fair Pink. This is the highlighting brush from Patrick Ta, but I love it for concealer. And then after powder too, this side is perfect for sweeping any excess. Before I proceed with more powder, I'm going in with blush. This has been my default blush as of late. It's the Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blush in the shade Float. Since right around mid-December, it's been the blush I automatically grab without even thinking. I'm going in with this Quo brush. It's the HD Foundation number 14. And I've been applying it right here, almost horizontally, right underneath of my eye. Basically where the sun would hit and burn my cheeks. This was such a popular blush placement at the Grammys this year, and I love to see it. I was like, oh, we have been doing that around these parts. I love this blush area. I think it just looks so youthful and cute and natural. So big fan to see that being rocked on the red carpet. Now I'll go in with some more powder. Speaking of, I've been thinking of the Sabrina Carpenter look. Like after she was done her performance with the eyeliner, I thought it was so beautiful. I think it stood out to me because there's so many things that I like to implement in my own makeup look. So it was fun to see that. Like the way they did her eyes and the too much blush, of course. I've been trying a lot of bronzers lately, but this is the one that I keep reaching back for. The CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in the shade 300 Honey Bun. I'm going to scatter this all over using my What's Up Beauty R204 brush. It's a really nice, very sparse, loose brush, and I like how it deposits bronzer lately, especially because I do have my winter skin. Going in with something more compact like I do in the warmer months just makes it look way too harsh and makeup-y. So something really nice and fluffy gets the job done real nice. And this is a baked formula, so it does have a bit of a sheen to it, but it's not like a heavy sheen at all. It's so fine that it just adds such a pretty sheen to your makeup look without adding like an obvious shimmer. I think it creates such a pretty dimensional bronze look, and that shimmer also helps to make it look more blurred and diffused and well blended out. Because sometimes with pure matte products, they can be a little bit more finicky because they can look more harsh since there's like nothing for light to bounce off of. I'm not done with the bronzer yet. I'm just throwing on some eye primer. This is the Urban Decay one. I forgot to show you my nails. I did them over the weekend. I'm taking a touch of that Makeup by Mario setting powder once again, just to set brow to crease. This creates a nice slip so you don't have to work hard for a perfectly blended all over eyeshadow. So grabbing the bronzer once again, this is going all over my lid, but I'm starting in the crease just so I get a nice diffused edge. And then with a denser brush, I'm going to pack this color on my lid, pressing it into my eyeshadow primer. Now I'm grabbing a brown liner. You can use whatever. The one I'm using today is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Smoky in the shade 40 Smoky Brown. For my eyeliner placement, I'm heavily taking inspiration from this photo here from Nina Park. To start this look off, I'm starting pretty basic. So I'm doing a small flick. Then I'm taking a small brush to make it look more smooth and to smoke it out just slightly. And I'm keeping this pretty tiny for my standards anyways. And I'm also drawing some right here on the inner corner. I'm not connecting it all the way across because I just prefer not to for my eye shape. But you can go ahead if you do like to. And I'm just slightly smoking that out. So now for this part, I'm going to take this liner and put it right into my inner corner like this. I'm just smoothing out the jagged edges here. I'm gonna follow my waterline till about past my iris, so like right here. With a clean brush, I'm going to make sure this just fades off. And I'll let that dry and I'll add a second layer to increase contrast, like right here. Although this has eyeliner in the waterline that typically can make eyes look a little bit smaller, but I loved how this part of the eye was open without any liner in the waterline, which kind of counteracted that, and I felt like it made her eyes look even bigger. So that's why I felt so inspired by this look. So now I'm going to take a touch of this liner in the palm of my hand, just like this, just to get some color. And then I'm taking a small Rephr brush. Where's it? I just had it. This one. This is the Rephr 23. Just to pick up some of that color to softly smoke out right below my waterline in my lashes here. With a flat brush, I'm taking more of that liner just to create kind of a shadow double wing here. I'm wiping this flat brush just to get any of that damp liner off, and I'm taking more bronzer just to kind of continue and to fade it out. Now I'm taking a nude pencil. This one's from Makeup Forever. It's the shade Boundless Bisque, and I'm putting this on my outer corner in the waterline, just to clean it up and brighten it up. And I'm also taking some on the outside here, just to also clean it and brighten. For an inner corner highlight, I'm taking the Essence Soft Touch Bouncy Glow. I really like this as an eyeshadow, especially as an inner corner highlight. It's really pretty. But as a cheek highlight, it's a big no. So if I only use this as an inner corner highlight, I'll have it for life. So now I'm going to curl my lashes, and this is the Flower Nose eyelash curler. It's the best one I've ever used, but they don't sell it. It's so tragic. And now I'm going in with the Peri Para Ink All Black Cara in Volume Curling, my favorite mascara. I think this eye look really comes alive once you throw on some mascara. Before you go in with mascara, it looks a little off, but here is the eye look. I need to try this eye look out on a night out. I just love how dramatic it makes my eyes. So now I got to do my brows. I realized I forgot. So while I'm off doing that, please enjoy the kitten intermission. Welcome back. It's now time for lips, so I'm just going to wipe away the Rhode Peptide Lip Boost, grabbing my NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Send Nudes. Then I'm going in with Makeup by Mario Smoky Pink Lip Liner. I'm going in with my current favorite lip combo. And then the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Blur Stick in the shade Into the Blur. I will say I think this is going to be my 5th time setting this foundation. It is just too dewy for my skin type, I think. I think I forgot to blink because when I just blinked, one of my contact lenses popped out because it was so dry. So I took both of them out. I can't really see, but here is the final look. For a more dramatic makeup look, I don't know if it's ever looked better. I love it. I love everything aside from the foundation. I just love what this eyeliner does for my eyes. It just makes them look so nice and wide while still being a little bit more smoldery. I think this is such a cool technique to have it like wrapped around this way instead of the usual with it being wrapped around that way. Leaving this part open is so fun. I love that detail. But that's going to be all from me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll have everything I used listed and linked in the description box down below, as well as the shade names I went in with. So feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!